Yes, back in Montenegro early in the season. I've been back in Montenegro for about 3 weeks now, and originally I was at Porto Montenegro, but not at Porto Montenegro at the moment. I'm actually in the little marina of Kotor, right in the corner, coming here because, as you can see, the weather is not that good, and there's a big southerly buster coming through. It's had some rain and it's been a little bit fresh, but that southerly buster is going to come through very strong. So I've taken the discretion being the better part of valor approach, and actually pulling into the marina and getting a couple of the boat jobs done. I've been polishing the front of the boat there, so that's been taking up a bit of my time in the marina. But a couple of people have asked me about my anchoring little boy, a little marker retrieval trip line process. So I've taken a couple of clips and I've put them together, and yeah, people will be able to see that. So this is filmed in a little beautiful Kotor Bay outside the town of Kotor. There's a tall ship here, there's a cruise ship here, and there's the little old town behind me there. You can see the wall of the old town, and there's a proper old little exciting little 400-500-year-old town with all the tourist shops in it now, but it is still a pretty place. So enjoyed the little clips about the fender, and not fender as in the boy. I've turned the fender into a buoy for an anchor marker. Enjoy. You know, there's nothing better than waking up in a nice calm anchorage, having a coffee in the morning after a decent night's sleep. And I think some of the most important things to getting a decent night's sleep is having ground tackle anchoring equipment that works well for you. Obviously, having the right equipment is important, but anchoring in the right space is important as well. As you can see here, we've got a bridle system that's got those stretchy oki type things on them. It's like a rubber snake that the rope goes through, using nylon rope as well, because the nylon rope stretches a bit. And then that's got a clasp that goes down. You can see there's no wind, so everything's hanging straight down. A little clasp that clasps onto the chain for the retrieval line. So that's the retrieval line. And yeah, so that's how the bridle works. And obviously making sure you've got enough scope, 4-to-1, 5-to-1, 6-to-1, depending on how much space you have around you and how many boats and what type of bottom you're anchoring in, sand or mud or whatever. But don't know if you've noticed, I've been fiddling with this last year and been using it a bit this year. So what that is about a 1 foot long little plastic buoy and or fender, and I've made up a couple of oki straps, like bungee straps, and a couple of ropes, all 5 meters long. And on the front of my ultra anchor, which I'll show you in a bit, has got a bar on it, and then I clip, depending on the depth of water that I'm going into. If it's 8 meters as an example, I might put a 10-meter oki and rope on it. And that helps me with the retrieval as well. So if it gets fouled or whatever, I can pull on that rope, because the rope's the last one and the oki's right on top, the bungee, whatever you want to call it. But this has been very, very handy, because as you notice, when there's no wind, you move around a little bit. And we've got the anchor literally at our stern at the moment, so it's right here. But yeah, I've written on the little buoy just peachy anchor, but it's a good indicator for other boats coming around that can see where your anchor is. And obviously the only risk is if someone wants to pick it up and anchor to it. But you can see the oki's the last little bit, and I've made, as I say, a couple of ropes, and we can put those into, clip them together depending on the depth, 5, 10, 15, 20 meters, etc., etc. So as we drift past her now, I can always see where my anchor is, and then when I just retrieve the anchor, then I retrieve the little anchor buoy. It's a good reference to other people, it's a good reference to me. I know where I am, and I use an anchor alarm system, an anchor alarm app, and it tells me how far I'm moving and or if I'm drifting. So one of those handy little things. Obviously it's not that important in a bay like this when it's nice and calm, but it does keep people away from you a little bit more when you're anchoring in a little bit busy anchorages. Hope that helps. Talk to you soon. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. This is my Just Peachy anchor buoy marker, and you can add to that a retrieval line, or a line to pull up the anchor in case it gets hooked up and whatever. So this is the piece of bungee. So I've got 5 meter increments, so that's a 5 meter piece of bungee. I've got 2 of those if I need them, and then I've got a couple of 5 meter shot cord lines. So this is one of them over here, and there's actually two of them. You can actually see the little clips I used to clip them on. And then, as I mentioned, on the Ultra anchor, there's this little bar. So I use a de-shackle, a little bit of mud on the anchor after lifting today's Sweaty Marker. But that's the shot cord I'm using, so I can use that as a trip line to trip the anchor, and retrieval line. So we go in 5 meter increments, and then the shot cord, and obviously I know the depth roughly of what I'm going to be anchoring in, and it's worked pretty well. It's a good trip line, as I say. It's a good indicator to where the anchor is going to be, or the anchor is, and it's a notification to a lot of other people that the anchor is there, and not to hopefully drop their anchor on my anchor, if that makes sense. So yeah, handy little tip.